Hi guys, so let's get right into it, okay? Ye had asked once why black people had spent 400 years in slavery.
You hear about slavery for 400 years. For 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all?
Well, finally, I'm going to give a response to Ye's question. You want to know why Ye black people had spent 400 years in slavery? Yeah, you really want to know? Well, it's as simple as drinking water. It's because these people existed back then. Yep, let's watch them.
That Kanye West is thinking through a lot of stuff. And what he said about slavery being a choice, if you listen to what he said, I agree with him 100%.
These people are so disingenuous and evil, in my opinion, and everything is about race and everything is about white man bad. I mean, it's just sickening to me. Slavery had nothing to do with race. It was available cheap labor. That's why you see Africans owning Africans, selling them all across the world. But y'all gotta be ratchet. And then you in there fighting, drinking, twerking, fighting, thugging. Then they gotta get a dress code because y'all in there acting a fool. I bet you Carnival Cruise, because it has been historically successful making billions of dollars, has historically been white people going on a good, wholesome cruise with their family. And then the that untrained, unhoused are getting on these cruises and getifying it. So now they can't make money doing this. They'll point the finger at the white man, but they doing worse in their own space. This is the hypocrisy. You know, quit grandstanding and acting like you holier than thou when it comes to white people doing stuff against black people.
What's different about the white man than you?
Oh, let's see. He stole everything he has. He got 240
What has he stolen from you?
A free labor from black people.
What has he
people
stolen
built
from
this
black
country.
people today?
Oh, he stole our culture. He stole our language. He stole our heritage.
What's
They
your
created a
language?
patent office.
What's your language that they stole?
The different African dialects they stole. We didn't come here speaking English.
But white people speak English. They don't speak African dialect.
So,
hate that
when we
mess.
came off the ship, we didn't speak English. So we stole our language.
What do you mean they stole it?
They wouldn't allow you to speak it, and they beat the hell out of you and kill you.
So
we
you
stole
came
it.
off the ship speaking black stuff?
What is black stuff? It's African language.
Yeah, you came off the ship speaking that?
Do you believe racism exists?
No, it doesn't exist. It's a made-up lie.
Really?
It has never existed. And you hear this coming from a guy who, I grew up in Alabama. I grew up under the Jim Crow laws. Lately, that black men been acting like women, complaining about the white man.
All right, guys, so this clip, I took it from a video that I've made last year called Jesse Lee Peterson Said Racism Doesn't Exist. This is why I cut that clip. This is why you saw me on the video. But Jesse Lee Peterson, he's the number one. Knows, given that I cannot say the word properly, of them all.
Blacks are not smart enough. They don't qualify to get into colleges. And that's why blacks have forced affirmative action upon white people by accusing white people of racial discrimination. It's holders.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Just to be
Bullshit.
clear, the Brits invading Africa actually represents, and this is going to get me in trouble, but it was, if you look at how forward it brought the African colonies, it ended up being a net positive. Now, this is, of course, people, it's going to get me in trouble because people somehow think that Africans were living happily ever after and things were great, and then the horrible English, British descended upon and murdered everybody, and the French suddenly murdered everybody, and that just isn't the truth. Obviously, the African nations had slavery, just like the European nations had slavery. So it's an evil that was not started, did not begin in Europe, actually. Even when people say to me, how do you not see yourself in George Floyd? How do you not see your brother? Your cousin? I don't know. My brother and my cousins aren't ingesting fentanyl resisting. Why would I see myself in George Floyd? What person goes, I really see myself in this drug addict and this person that's been arrested and faced jail stints 9 times? Why am I forced to see myself? Because, we have a similar melanin complexion.
Caitlin Clark and all the little suburban white girls that have hopped on board with the WNBA have hopped on board because Caitlin Clark she resonates with them more so than and I'm just generalizing here, than the angry black lesbians. I think it's difficult to say Charlie Kirk lived a life of racism. He was a political activist. He was an evangelist for Christianity. He was a husband, a father of 2 kids. I just lived a life, and again, I just want you to walk me through George Floyd. George Floyd was a drug addict, a criminal. an occasionally violent criminal. George Floyd, on the day that he died, was arrested and detained for trying to pass counterfeit money. He resisted all police instruction, and he swallowed enough drugs, as I've said repeatedly, to kill Secretariat and Seabiscuit. George Floyd lived doing drugs and committing crimes. But how he died, which was a drug overdose, people were upset that Charlie Kirk is critical of Martin Luther King and said, hey, Martin Luther King's not a good person. Charlie Kirk, for all that we know, and from everything that I understand about him, this man was involved in a very serious marriage where there was no infidelity. Martin Luther King was involved in a marriage where there seemed to be plenty of infidelity.
Brother,
A minister who's banging any and everything and seems to be some sort of sexual degenerate.
That is some bullshit. That's rude.
I want to give Charlie some credit here, okay? Back in 2019, Charlie Kirk helped a lot of young blacks get to the White House. He changed a lot of their lives. A lot of them never imagined going to the White House, and Charlie helped hundreds of young black boys and girls go to the White House. Charlie, thank you for that.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, man.
So for people who want to call Charlie a racist, kiss my black ass, excuse my language. Charlie Kirk is not a racist.
There were undoubtedly many nice slaveholders in the South.
Black people have no friends. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants to be seen with you. Nobody wants to be considered a part of you. They only want to be black to party, socialize, and exploit your culture.
Well, there you have it, yeah. It's because these people, believe it or not, people like them existed back then. So they were working overtime for the masters, betraying their fellow black people because they didn't know they were slaves. This is why Kanye or black people stayed that long in slavery. They had no chance against people that looked like them and who, God knows, betrayed them. This is why they stayed that long in slavery. Yeah, okay. And now, why don't I believe it or not, yes, believe it or not, I'm gonna let Nick Fuentes, conclude this video for me. Because what he's saying, this is exactly what I think of these people who remind me of my mother's brother. You know, I talk always about my mothers that had a brother whose name was Tom. Yeah, they remind me of my uncle, you know. Yep. So I'm letting Nick Fuentes have the last words on this video. And also, guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and comment. Take it, Nick Fuentes. Thank you.
I'm done with all the Uncle Toms. In a way, I'm done with all the Uncle Toms. I'm done with Jason Whitlock. I'm done with Candace Owens. I'm done with all the Uncle Tom token blacks. Like, you're not that smart. You're not even that conservative. You built your career on a grift that is now dead. You were hired when diversity quotas were a thing. It's over. So now you're done. You need to be fired. Like, you're done.